I wish I never went to college. When I went to college, I had one objective and one objective only, and that was to get a student visa so that I could come to Canada. I was born in Colombia, which is not a rich country, and I was lacking opportunity. I was having a difficult youth. I was having a hard time. And then I decided that the best thing that I could do for me, for my future, was to come to Canada. So I saw what kind of opportunities were there for me, and I decided that the best way that I could come to Canada was through a student visa. So I got my student visa. After that, I got a working visa, and after that, I became a resident, and after that, I became a citizen. So that was a long-term plan in order for me to become a citizen. And other than that, I find that my college education had zero value. Okay, so I went to school, I took all the classes, I passed all the exams, I got a degree, and then I tried to get a job. But I live in Quebec, and Quebec is a francophone province, and I found that the francophone labor employers were racist, and because I had this Spanish accent, then they decided just not to give me a job. So I had no choice but to go into entrepreneurship. It so happened that when I was going to college, one of my hobbies was to go to dance club and dance salsa. Salsa is a Latin dance, and because I am Latino, people assume that I am a good dancer, which I was not really, but people assume that, and I just did know one or two steps or patterns, and people will ask me over and over, how do you do this? How do you do that? This encouraged me to learn even more. And then people were saying, oh, can I pay you $5 or $10 if you show me how to do this or the other thing? And of course, I was broke, so I accepted it. And then I started promoting it, and I started encouraging people to learn from me, okay? And of course, to all that, I was trying to learn myself. I was learning from YouTube or from other dancers in the club. So all that to say that this became my profession, and this profession, I really didn't need a college degree for that. All I needed to do was to go to a club and maybe watch a lot of YouTube videos, and of course be personable, so on and so forth. So I found out that my schedule was getting busier and busier, and I was able to start living out of these dance classes that I was giving. Later on, I met my dance partner, Cheryl, and then between the two of us, we created a dance school, okay? So this didn't require a college degree on either. We rented some space, and then we figured out that we needed more money coming in than coming out, and you don't need a college degree to do that. And we just promoted ourselves, and we were successful. People liked what we were doing. People liked our energy. Our promotions were successful, and this became my career, and I didn't need a college degree to do that. In fact, I know many good dance teachers who don't have a college degree, and they are very successful. So that was my trajectory into the labor force. Later on, someone told me this thing about real estate. You can make money in real estate, so on and so forth. So I started reading books about real estate. I started reading blogs about real estate. I started looking YouTube videos about real estate. And then I asked some friends that I met through my dance community to lend me some money. I bought one property. It was doing well, so I bought another one. It was doing well, so I bought another one, so on and so forth. So this education also, I didn't get it through going to college. I just got it through watching YouTube videos and asking a lot of questions. And to be honest, I was lucky. Most of my deals were successful. I had some that were not, but that's how it is. So then later on, after I have accumulated some capital, someone told me about this thing called the stock market. And I did the same thing. I just started watching YouTube videos, reading blogs, reading books, so on and so forth. And to be honest, my cost of tuition was that I lost a lot of money in the first 5 years that I was doing the stock market thing. But then after that, I just got I understood how the system worked, and now I can tell you that my investments make more money than I make myself working. So my investments are just doing fantastic. I write about my investment quite often in my blog, and this I didn't need a college education either. I learned that all by myself. So, fair enough. There are some careers that you actually need a college education in order to operate in life. If you are going to be a doctor, for example, yes, I would like you to go to school and pass all your exams and get all your license and requirement. If you're going to be an engineer building bridges and buildings and this and that, yes, I would love if you pass all your calculus classes, or your algebra classes, or your mathematics classes, or your statistics classes. Yes, you have to go to college and get certified, this and that. I don't want to be living in a building that was built by someone who didn't have a college education. But for the big part of many of the careers out there, you don't need a college degree. You don't need it at all. I mean, what if you do customer service in some kind of building or job? You just need to be personable. If you do coding nowadays, there are thousands of coding classes in the internet that are quite good. And there are many jobs that don't require a college degree anymore. I mean, jobs like companies like Google, like Apple, like Amazon, like Walmart, like Costco, so on and so forth. You can get paid big money without a college degree, and that not to mention all the other careers like being a plumber, being an electrician, being, I don't know, or a contractor. All these things you can learn, take a 3-6 months course, and you can be on your way earning good money. So most of us don't need a college degree in order to function in life. Now, I have a big thing against all these crazy degrees that now we see everywhere. We see gender stories, I don't know, racial relationships, what is it, art history, philosophy of the Greek philosophy, so on and so forth. What kind of job can you get with one of these degrees? I mean, most likely you are going to end up working at Starbucks. Okay, so why don't you save yourself the money, the aggravation, the energy, and just get started at Starbucks right away? And if you like anthropology, or if you like art history, just borrow those books at the library, and maybe go and join some kind of middle group where you can talk about philosophy, and you will be much better off. Okay, so just keep those things in mind. Now, I get a pushback, and some of my friends says, well, Alain, you have the ability to sit down and you study without anyone telling you what to do. You have that kind of discipline. And many people do not have that discipline. And fair enough, yes, a lot of people just cannot sit down and do things without being told to do things. So, I mean, if that's you, well, I mean, what can I say? Just go ahead and spend 4 years in college listening to people telling you what to do, and then you will get a degree, and then you can either start working at Starbucks, or maybe you will be lucky enough to get a job somewhere else. So the conclusion is just because everyone goes to college after high school, that doesn't mean that is the best option for you. Just weigh your options, think about what you want to do in your life, and maybe college education is not the best option for you. Maybe it is. Who knows? If you have parents who are paying for your education and you don't know what to do with your life, yeah, why not? Go ahead, go to college, study and party and get a boyfriend or a girlfriend and have a good time. It's just part of the ritual that most humans do, or at least more North Americans do, and then you be carrying on life. So let me know. I know that there are a lot of people who are going to disagree with my ideas. Just write down your disagreement in the comments. I'm eager to read your comments. And until then, peace.